ye na hakeli utu na we de subscribe na share 1911 TV
oh papa it but you somebody 1911 TV
Okay, we see ma obi bi akwa about 1911 TV. Channel no 1911 TV. Wa ba no subscribe na wa share no di ho dance na dofo. At yen kan no husempa ye di free asofok any Ghana football so ye ba. The first edition of Has on the Road and ye Diaspora na any ni pakisi bi pa na bedin komo na what has nsema what has supporters on one man on it. E dey na nim form say ana wonim dwuma omudie no ene nyama ya atom ye nya active chairman ne no ebedin komo na fe na ntechi ono na yenya na yene no ebedin komo ntia busia yentwe umra ne fe dwumadie ne hihye so na osum enkomo kra yene na eba abedna me ka o say dwumadie de bro runs for the enterprise ana so yasna edin de dwumadie no bro na sasa jabalent so aso yasna edin dwumadie ni bro yentwe umra se ne fe dwumadie no hihye so
Ransford or say enterprise. Okay. And opema body momuto provisions papa.
Okay.
A banner sell pay provisions pa dia. Ransford or say enterprise. A honu na ansa bekano. CBA open mono ene anwano sardina hoduo makre ahoduo. No man there for ebusu ho. Ransford on say enterprise. Ewu kumase ya esre so Ophelia Junction ni no ma panebo no wo form every year.
Okay.
Bibi ni kra na bitinya from 0548 45 5725 0548 45 5725 bitinya frɛ Ransford or say enterprise na no made nkomo na bibia ya kama
se open internet service and hoarding entity kwa ejina so 247 ubetime use unlimited patch for lechem e Jaba link IPTV for aswe o makofa Starlink internet abepimo Ghana ha ne bo no e wo form o de compare to wiase nyina na ono ne bo no e wo form papa Elon Max internet na abana ejina so no SS light internet na entity kono Jaba link etimi akofa bia bepimo Ghana ne bo no e wo form panto frame ya number se wo screen as na ebetima bo na so saka Starlink ni bi internet ni bi so your company or your bank or institution be our Ghana biano now we pay internet at a juma internet be ma reliable service e page na so ntetenkwa patch of numbers no screen as no pay Jaba link for Starlink to makofa ba ni bi ma na so etimi use as na me can say Jaba link say o individual na TV no yes open ball open movies what you say open TV series na unye bi hwe na say uli sika de koto decoder abehwa be patch omo so omo ba ma frɛ Jaba link na say frɛ me numbers no screen as no omo ko frɛ TV aba be patch obenya over 38,000 channels ana ahwe ewiase nyina ba bia bobo bia benya bia ahwe what you say sasa ba bia movie bia obetimi anya ahwe bia wo pa ahwe bia no obetimi anya ahwe so La Liga Premier League Ghana Premier League nyina no obetimi anya bi ahwe ewo so ewo IPTV ne so tipatch frɛ numbers no screen as no na yemra maybe ma 1 year subscription o twa ba akopa untue bi nkopim the following year as what metue bi eno be ma akonya ama ho so ho ahenhan wo na wo so watimi ahwe amoni age nti frɛ Jaba link na say frɛ me number na wo screen as no ne bu no so eda from the here say TV no Android and say smart TV na yewe so niti say me say sad be go phone so ma na so wo ba bia na oni fie mpo a watimi anya bi ahwe nti frɛ Jaba link and say frɛ numbers no wo screen as no na open TV ni bia yentimi emeye bi ma kama sa na open Starlink internet a yentimi ema obi na say do Jaba link ama ne mema ye for say bia betimi enjoy bi enti frɛ na yentimi ema me bi ma kama
okay we say that say onya bocha sa tenase atwe ye na emre na so say ye ne nana etwetwe nko na yenche wore yenko na say na nimre but ye we ne de onya banko ade say timi ye etwetwe nti yenko che na ne yema na kwaba na menim say ni remfi de we bi ade na ba so mo akwaba
Mark Medoso, let's say.
We have
1911.
1911, yeah, on your bank one, it's a itimisia, itimidis and communina. Nana, be yes, shall say, has a folk Diaspora acting chairman. and that feeling it to say has full supporters say what we are seeing in Europe to extend the America in Anna or yet chairman for now. We say Umbetua Bana, a very late to my main chairman or acting chairman, and I feeling it to say.
Okay. All right. Wait there. Before I measure, I say no. Metia, we're here for you now. When him say, 1911 a quick tree. Nti omo na no Ethiopia and it has fans in across the world in Ghana and outside in okay, I think it's a question of Bisano about the feeling. For me, it's a privilege because House of Folk is a very big club, a huge club for that matter. And to say yet to kwanya your diaspora no. Still, because of team who done internet, you're there who together, you're person joining that, you're board club in any way we can. So, you may say, nipa no dey bebro, but omushe no, omodwen say bia me na met me aboa amegimana koso. To begin with, no, it's a very good feeling, and I don't take it for granted because nipa bebre na bet me ejuma, but they have the belief to say for now, no, I'm the one that can help lead the diaspora in the right direction. So it's amazing.
And we guys, if you're free, we Kotokofufi to the extent say you're a legend. The late Papa, yes, no faster no more. And see, then a house no Timber Rema on Kwabe has ni. And if you were home account, almost a house over with you. Okay. Question with Minya Debia. On say, so they all kind of free Kotoko film because my bush and for in Kumasi Nefi. And I'm more for Sukobo Kotoko as more for Captain Kotoko. Last time on Moje African Cup of Nations, which was in 83, on I know you're captain or the Moje. In TFA na de Kotoko na but me wa Accra. Even though I'm my mate Kumasi no, na me nim papa te Accra. Inti me swano say my dibo echi me like me obi a me pe ball. Either say na me born na say me hwa na bibinti at the early ages no na me ko stadium me papa ensure am pe ball nti na dan for be a friend Mr. Stone no aboso kan nti Sunday bia no so a house supporter nti Sunday bia o ko stadium na what the me ko nti obviously no Accra Sports Stadium so ko he ball I say nya blaster match na a house match no correct. Into a honor na me develop a love for Accra House of Folk. Watching the team at the time. No? Into that's when I fell in love with the club House of Folk, and I've been a House of Folk fan ever since. Because to be not especially Kumasi, the offer near myself free. Akoye has a which means now where has in this animal, Busiana say.
Oh, I was so they walk and was now there, then I'll go be House of Folk. Suma Sante, now what when they are there. But yeah, I make us me uncle no cry, no yamin funny crazy, or no crams a house cacra or no, because I only no boy has babies.
Oh, okay. The Papa has babies.
Obo has babies kakra. I'm saying Accra. I'm saying Accra because no so up a ball pa obviously into ball pa ni ade anyway into no I'm say or skipping school kakra no akobo ball ni ade into I'm say my grandmother who say on person besu ade no and in a form of punishment, or ye free Kumasi a concrete. Inti a hono copie, or bo has babies. Name say, menina born common, notable players on my ball has at the time, no muina ne bokus, ewo Accra, inti, or koya, or did the same submino ko, still no uncle school, or kobo power on kind. and almost saying yes, obey Kumasi, no obey or Accra, they know free Kumasi, the Yansan Trinidad Kumasi, or Samba Kumasi, Obo has babies. Into one cry has Kakra with him.
On your opportunity to Kakra, and actually in the born Kakra.
There be, my channel, because no 70s, 80s within a national team, no Kotokonia day in the 70s, 80s, no. Maybe tell stories of said how great he was, even captain the Black Star at certain point in the idea. But or the first stint with Kotokono was Otukwine and Osambai, and in the second stint, no. Me share crazy by no not I say my fan is or retire no but in the heydays now we're very young and active in the day many chance I'm sure so far videos and quite my share of him and he can really play both left and right and has a very good shot into
we have opportunity to share the Kakadi. I'm for Takas we say, or more moody can sit no more party and we have opportunity to share the Kakra. Or they compare to a neighbor no more na difference as an artist a bank Kakra.
Oh, I think say it's era based, right? Every era, every generation, there will type of play and type of players that fit. But I think say back then. Now ball no rules and your man was not so simplified these days. Where these days, no, I think say the rules and the way we do things, has been catered to make sure that the player is protected. Until hono so time, no, na born into sa bokra only shin pad near the into I say buga na no amobo, and the fields wasn't the greatest then, but. They didn't have the accessories to be able to be successful, but because they had natural and raw talent, they were still able to exhibit their football genius. So Medio Busamia, if you take those his era and even the ones above him, now by this generation, and given everything that this generation has, I think they will excel better than what we have right now, because people yes.
So now being has a full support and as a fan now, especially what's happening now on it. I say I'm on a juma and if you know a boy and I'm with money now what that's why now before from checking a house and considering open now I hear now more feeling especially more outside a diaspora or I am feeling
really. Some way they will be sad because said you're rightly like you said no majority of us no sorry anapa oko office and after long days of work no usually no oba fear during the weekdays na wabre o person be join me nya ball and obehe and most of the Champions League games be a ball in general no so no no in area and for us no time zones into most of us no especially in North America no we are work at that point into weekends no pay any good days for us say be out sorry but na so one sorry so you can stay home and kind of like catch the football games. Into we all look forward to House of Foot games on the weekend, and like when you go on our platform, you can see the hype that people are bringing in, and everybody's expectant that House of Folk will carry the day. Even the ones that sometimes criticize, which is also a good thing. Criticizing is good. Game neighbor Basa na Bones or Masa. A former house na Afra, and they are hoping for the best. It is a house and me and perform yana adding a lot of us. So yeah, trying to understand what is really going on, and nevertheless, we still support the team as much as we can. But it makes it very, very difficult. So we can so house and shy. I say now, but yeah, still we have to support the team.
The last time I was back Ghana, you pictures via Bomoding, a call Dr. Nyahu, and then Kudin Kumo, call Coach Watara, and then Kudin Kumo. And minimum ko na yen komo bebre na mkodi ye fa especially fa house folk say be ya team be koye ufi ha koye no niema na uno mo discuss ye no okudi ye no omo ye ana ehun like home puye bi ashase ana say the mbe discuss ni na no anya adwuma.
Just for clarification, on almost side and I side.
Me can come on telephone be di no. Omo nyama mo di go from no like implementation no koye no. Who say they mo discuss no o ma sha so mo ye ho adwuma.
Oh, I mean, it was the discussions that we had, and so they were kind. I met with the MD, Jalali, and I met with Nyahu, and I spoke to a few other people, and I think we discussed a lot of things, but it was more of some of the concerns that they have. It wasn't more of what they are going to do for the club, right? So it was more of like, okay, in this current season, as ongoing, you know, these are some of the challenges that we are having this season, and also even before the start of the season, these are some of the challenges that we have. So it was more of like, how can we all collaborate as one unit and help each other, right? And to say I or Diaspora, no, based on these challenges, no, what can we do to help, and vice versa. And also, it was more of like some of the misconception that a lot of the house fans have into be a topic view or what, and I'm really for kind of a certain type of way. So that was a chance for me to really talk to them to get clarity. So okay, I same saying here Tifa has no clear woman is saying. Then I'll be told, say, okay, this is what actually happened, and I said it's awesome and I was able to gather all this information and take back to the Diaspora to explain to them some of the questions that they had, and I'll be able to give them the answers that was given me. And it was just a talk about more of how can we collaborate and to help the team.
So Diaspora Diaspora no botaye I did no was say yebe boy can ho abom na ya ben penifo no na emo mbe omehia no yeso as supporters no ye dey as support him, and in doing so no I know say there bibi ahase no at okay beginning no in doing so do you think say sa ne botaye no egusu eye adwuma and eye adwuma kusi say dey na wa ya fa sa ne ma no.
Okay, I think I mean, yeah, Diaspora, no. Our core mandate is to, I guess, mobilize fans in the diaspora and in our own way, you know. So I said earlier, coordinate directly with the manager, the board, owner, His Excellence, His Majesty, Togbe Afede, and collaborate on how best we can help each other, right? So as far as SAR collaboration, I think it's going to like I quote to an extent of baby a bit me a bedroom, right? Because say be a so fine, then we can all talk and share ideas. But as it stands, there's a little bit of a friction or a gap between the fans and the house of folk, right? And you can sense it is all in the air, because the fans think that maybe their voice is not being heard, and like we are the fans of the team, and if we have any inputs or anything like that, we should be able to have a good means of channeling it directly to the board or the management, which we do. But I feel at certain times maybe the board and the management also have their way of how they wanting to do things, and that's where the gap is. So if we tell them that this is what we need, and they have an alternate answer or response to what we are giving, I think we should be able to say, they should be able to say, okay, yeah, to the makano, but be a nyoma 1, 2, 3 way intina yentimi and say they are more drain. But nevertheless, it be a yate in the future, we can do it that way or whatever. But sometimes we just feel like it goes into deaf ears, and that's where I think gap in the wall. And if we are able to close that gap where we can all sit at the table and ideas ni na ebeye ejuma, but at least we can share ideas and we can all brainstorm and pick the best solution for whatever problem that we are trying to solve. And that's the gap that we have, and if we can bridge that gap, I think we'll go a long way.
I want for some perception about diaspora now. Thinking say diaspora no was say you critique say they be attacking and painful, especially on say do maybe a demonstration by I know say any diaspora there but man for be supporting the demonstration equals, but same painful being common in ma a wabontia as a perception is say diaspora for the text or moshi say yen will be. And no sir, no, what to be now, what to be are saying, and I'm more than a move to a farm better made than impany for Nigeria for Sanya Sabia, and yet diaspora, and a name, a say this, you know, what one a mocha.
Okay, so Matiti about that, and time as I supposed demonstration, and having some diaspora people involved. No, that was before my time. So that time, I'm joining diaspora. So everything that I'm saying is based on the Amibeti. So I don't have too much information on how. I know, say, I was following in general, say, how supporters were doing a demonstration, and we watch it on social media and stuff like that, but never knew, said, diaspora at the time were a part or not that I can't answer to. But one thing I was saying is that, per their minimum or per what I've seen by joining the diaspora, all the diasporans mean well for the club. They all mean well for the club, and the only reason why there's this discomfort or friction sometimes, some discomfort or friction sometimes, is because of the way the team is performing. If the team performs well and are doing what they need to do, have a good relationship with the fans, the board, the management, everything, you find out, said, that the Diasporans really do care about the team, and they will do anything for Accra House of Folk, right? Anything that they are able to, whether financially, able to support, physically, however way they are able to do it, they'll go up and down to do that. But right now, because things in Koye, that's why even people, if there was even people involved in this demonstration, that's why people are even thinking along that lines, because Nyoma and Koye said but diaspora is 100%, and every person that I know I've engaged in within the diaspora, I know say are committed to the cause, and 100%. If the team does what it's supposed to do, the management does, the board does, and everybody is on one accord, I think say you see the best version of the diaspora, even way better than what we are seeing right now.
Okay. Was a minute, Nana, acting chairman for the diaspora and a teaching community. I'll be more Ghana, Antigua, Sabaco, mobile, and if I have opportunity to me. And then they think more. Can any maybe one more a future amount for us one to me are basic attack. No be as well in my infancy. Nana teaching and I am teaching for a teaching for Nana. Now, so do you think that a time will come that gap no? That supporters and the management no? You bet me, I bet that gap.